Namaskar, Namaste. This is Satyajit Rajput. Today I am going to talk about Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj on the occasion of the anniversary of coronation day of Chhatrapati Maharaj, Tannamada Tamuzara. Let me take you to the year 1627. Entire Bharat was under Islamic rule, Mughal rule. Shah Jahan on the northern side with his Mughal empire, Sultan Muhammad Adil Shah on the western side, ruling from Bijapur, Sultan Abdullah Qutub Shah ruling from Golconda on the eastern side, and we had some Portuguese rule on the coastal side, on the Western Ghats, western side of India, Bharat. And these Deccan sultans used to prefer to have Muslim officers in their army as a commanders, but they are finding it difficult to get those people from Afghanistan or Middle East countries because of the Mughal Empire and the Portuguese rule on the coastal side. Hence, they had assigned those responsibilities to the locals, like Shir Shahaji was the top general in the Adil Shahi Sultanate. In 1630, in the fort of Shivneri near Jinnar, a son was born to Shahaji and Jijabai. He was named after the local deity Shivai. As Shahaji was always away from home due to his responsibilities in Adil Shahi Sultanate, he had entrusted Daduji Kondev, Guru Daduji Kondev, to train Shivaji. Daduji Kondev trained Shivaji on war tactics, war fronts like horse riding, swordsmanship, bow arrows, and various other weapons, while Mata Jijabai introduced him to the Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, Ramayana stories, and imbibed those values, build those leadership qualities. When Dadaji Kondev died in 1647, he thought that Shivaji will be a good Adil Shahi general like his father, but destiny had other plans. Mata Jijabai never liked Shahaji working for Adil Shahi. There was a lot of anger among people about Adil Shahi rule. There was a lot of they had destroyed their worship places, harassed their females, destroyed their houses, committed a lot of atrocities. Hence, there was anger among people in those Mawal region, among those Mawal people, Mawalas. Hence, Shivaji gathered those Mawalas, united them, formed group of supporters to fight against these atrocities committed by the soldiers, Mughal soldiers, Adil Shahi soldiers. He realized that he needs to be away from those imperial power centers as he grows his empire. So he selected this agriculturally unimportant area with a dense forest cover so that he can run those guerrilla warfare against Adil Shahi. And at the age of 15, Shivaji took control of Torna, Chakan, and Kondana forts, and then subsequently added Thane forts, Kalyan forts, and Bhiwandi forts. As the news went to Adil Shah about Shivaji's expanding regime, ambitious ambitions, he arrested his father Shahaji, and as a part of truce, Shivaji did not attack Adil Shah directly for the next 7 years. And he started slowly building his army. He was getting support from those local influential people, financial support, logistic support, manpower, resources, and the respect he had for the females, he had for those people from different caste and religion. He became very popular among those local people. They started trusting him a lot. Hence, slowly he built a huge army commanded by Nagaji Palkar, infantry by Yeshaji Kang, and slowly captured 40 forts under his regime. This angered Adil Shahi. In 1659, Badi Sahiba of Bijapur sent Afzal Khan, an Afghan general, with an army of 10,000 soldiers to destroy Shivaji. Afzal Khan was known for his cruelty and brutal strength. To instigate Shivaji, Afzal Khan started desecrating Hindu places of worship, destroying them, destroying the houses of the people, killed many civilians, harassed females. That instigated Shivaji. But Shivaji employed guerrilla tactics and hid in Pratapgarh fort covered by dense jungles, as he knew that Afzal Khan has a huge army and it's difficult to fight with them directly. So they decided to meet personally for a truce. Afzal Khan invited Shivaji with the intention to plan to kill him. But Shivaji was very shrewd. We say that, as we say that Shivaji had that bravery of Maharana Pratap and strategy tactics of Chanakya. He went to meet Afzal Khan with a chain armory below his clothes and helmet below his pagdi. When Afzal Khan invited him for, on the pretext of hugging, embracing Shivaji, he tried to attack Shivaji from back with a knife, with a dagger. But Shivaji was saved because of that chain armory, chain armor. And after that, Afzal Khan tried to suffocate Shivaji with his iron grip. With the presence of mind Shivaji had, he immediately took out his tiger claws and a dagger and tore apart Khan's stomach and killed the man who was almost twice his size. In this, in the ensuing battle of Pratapgarh, Shivaji's forces decisively defeated Bijapur Sultanate's forces. Shocked by the defeat of the powerful Afzal Khan, Bijapur's Adil Shah sent General Rustam Zaman to fight with Shivaji. On 20th December 1659, Shivaji led a full frontal attack at the center of enemy forces, while two other portions of his cavalry went from the side and behind to attack Rustam Zaman army from all the sides. Rustam Zaman realized that he is losing the battle so he fled from the battlefield in disgrace. In 1660, Adil Shah sent his general Siddhi Johar to attack Shivaji's southern border. Realizing that Shivaji was at Panhala fort, Adil Shah's army under Siddhi Johar's leadership cut those supply routes to the Panhala fort, making it difficult for Shivaji and army to get those necessary supplies for his fort. So Shivaji tricked and invited Siddhi Johar in meeting with him for a truce. At the same time, communicated Adil Shah that Siddhi Johar was a traitor. This led to the fighting between Adil Shah and Siddhi Johar, and while they were fighting internally, Shivaji escaped with his about 5,000 soldiers one night from Panhala fort. Baji Prabhu Deshpande held rear guard with just 700 men and fought bravely to death while Shivaji reached Vishalgarh safely. After this, Badi Begum of Bijapur requested Aurangzeb to help her. He sent his maternal uncle Shahisti Khan with 150,000 strong army. Shahisti Khan with his heavily armed Mughal army seized Pune and established his residence at Shivaji's palace of Lal Mahal. Shivaji knew every nook and corner of that Lal Mahal. So Shivaji and his troop of around 400 people, using wedding procession of one of their soldiers, infiltrated Pune, entered Pune, and in the night, Shivaji entered Lal Mahal through kitchen window and launched a most audacious attack directly on Shahisti Khan. Khan saved himself from Shivaji's sword by jumping out of the window, but in the whole process he lost his three fingers. To add insult to that injury in 1664, Shivaji ransacked the city of Surat, looted the wealthy Mughal trading center to add financial resources to his empire. This angered Aurangzeb. He sent Mirza Jai Singh to fight with Shivaji, and Jai Singh was very powerful, very brave. He won that battle, and Shivaji had to give up 23 of his forts and pay compensation to the Mughals as a part of treaty. And he was also invited by Aurangzeb to go to the Agra in 1666. So he went with his 9-year-old son Sambha to Agra. Aurangzeb made a mistake of humiliating Shivaji by asking him to stand along with his soldiers in the Darbar, which angered Shivaji, and he started leaving the palace. Aurangzeb immediately arrested him and placed him under house arrest. After some days, Shivaji started planning for his escape. He pretended with a severe illness and requested Aurangzeb that he wants to send daily shipments of sweets and gifts to sants and fakirs and needies in Agra for his health. As these baskets were getting sent every day, Mughal soldiers were checking each of those baskets, but over the period of time, they stopped doing that, knowing that every day the same sweets and gifts are getting sent through these baskets. This helped Shivaji to get into one of those baskets along with Shambhaji in other baskets and plan escape. As they escaped out of his house arrest, they immediately took the route of Mathura, Kashi, Gaya, and Puri into the territory of Golconda and Bijapur before reaching Raigad. By 1670, Shivaji launched a big offensive and in 4 months recovered a major portion of the territories he had surrendered to the Mughals. From 1671 to 1674, Aurangzeb tried everything in his power using General Daud Khan and Muhammad Khan to defeat Shivaji but failed. Additionally, Adil Shah of Bijapur Sultanate died in 1672 and that made Shivaji stronger. His empire expanded to Adil Shahi. Finally, on 6 June 1674, Shivaji was crowned king of Marathas in a lavish Hindu ceremony at Raigad by Gaga Bhatt. Tilaks and Vedic chanting, Janaiva, Vedic chanting's customs, which had not been followed for centuries, were revived during this ceremony for coronation of Chhatrapati Shivaji. But it was not just his military achievements that made him great. Shivaji was most able administrator, a great leader who never discriminated against any caste, any religions. And a lot of his generals were from lower strata of the caste system and Muslims, including his personal bodyguards. And he never disrespected women or used them as a war strategy. Even during those fights against Mughals, he never asked his army to harass those females of those Mughals who lost the battle. He gave them a respect. He pioneered guerrilla warfare against the Mughal Empire and had a strategic mind to build a navy and network of forts to fight this huge army of Mughals and Adil Shahi. He was considered as father of Indian Navy. From 4 forts and 2,000 soldiers in 1646, he had won more than 300 forts and built an army of 1 lakh soldiers in 1680. In March 1680, Shivaji fell seriously ill and died on 5th April 1680 at the relatively young age of 52. But it didn't stop the Maratha Empire from expanding their footprint as his son Sambhaji Raje and later Chhatrapati Rajaram fought battles with the Mughal Empire. Aurangzeb was drawn into 25 years war with Marathas and was completely ruined by the time he died. So that territory of 1680 of Shivaji's Maratha Empire grew till Bajirao Peshwa in 1740 from Karnataka to Attock in Pakistan. Men like Shivaji never die. They live forever in the hearts of people they inspire. His leadership qualities, his empathy for the people, his respect for female religions, various religions, caste, made him one of the biggest king of India, Hindu Samrajya. Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.